Hello, I Gurmeet Singh welcome you to CREATA classes. In this lecture, we will cover the mode of grouped data. And this lecture is part of the complete series on statistics. Check the other lectures, formula list and quizzes in the description. So without taking any further time, let's start with the lecture. Mode of the group data. The basic mode we have covered in the first lecture, but still we will do the revision. What is mode? If you take a set of numbers, mode is the number which is repeating the maximum time, or the observation which is repeating the maximum time or the most of the time is the mode of that number set. For example, if we talk about this number set, which number is repeating the maximum times? Here if you observe, the number 5 is repeating 5 times. So we will say the mode of this number set is 5 because 5 is repeating maximum times out of other number. There may be cases where the two numbers are repeating the maximum time. For example, if we take this number series, here 3 is repeating 4 times and 4 is also repeating 4 times. So we got two numbers which are repeating 4 times. So what will be the mode of this number series? No confusion. Here both number 3 and number 4 will be the mode of this number series. Such type of situations are called the multimodal. But for class 10 student, multimodal is not part of the chapter, so we will not deal with the multimodal. But just you should know that you may have some cases in which we can have two numbers as the mode of that number series, just for your understanding. So you got the basic understanding of the mode. Let's take a example number 4 as per the NCERT. Here we are having a number series and we have to find the mode of the number series. The first step in any of the mathematical question is to understand the question. Firstly, we will go with the basic building block, then only we will build the complete building. Understanding the basic is very important. Here if you observe this question, the question is the wicket taken by a bowler in 10 cricket matches are given. The scenario is of a cricket match. In the first match, that bowler has taken 2 wickets. In the second match, the bowler has taken 6 wickets. Very good. In the next match, 4 wickets. In the next match, 5 wickets. Further to that, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. So basically that bowler has undergone 10 matches. In the initial few matches, the bowler has done a good performance. After that, the bowler has got 0 wickets. Maybe he has lose his confidence level and after that the performance has been decreased. Or maybe the toughness of the matches has been increased. Whatever the case is, you should understand the scenario. Here the data of 10 matches of that bowler is given and we have to find the mode. Mode means the number or the observation which is repeating maximum time. Here if you observe all this number, 2 is repeating total 3 times. So we can say the answer or the mode of this number series is 2. Got it? That is answer, the number which is repeating maximum times. But to solve this question, we will create a table. Creating the table and using a systematical approach is very important. The question is very simple. You can solve this question on your fingertip, but understanding the concept how to tackle the difficult question. The key or the solution lies in the simple question. Tackle the simple question in a systematical order, you will be able to easily solve the tough question. Let's convert this data into the tabular form. Let's do so. Here 0 it is repeating 1 times and 1 it is repeating 1 time, 2 it is repeating 3 times, 3 it is repeating 2 times, 4 it is repeating 1 time, 5 it is repeating 1 time and 6 it is repeating 1 time. Got it? What is the data in the first row? It is the number of wickets. And what is the data in the second row? It is number of matches. For example, in one match, the bowler has taken 0 wicket. In one match, the bowler has taken 1 wicket. In 3 matches, the bowler has taken 2 wickets. In 2 matches, the bowler has taken 3 wickets. Pause the video, take some time and observe this table why we have denoted the number of wickets on the first row and the number of matches in the second row and what is the significance. So coming back, the first row, the number of wicket, it is the observation. And the second row, the number of matches, it is the frequency. Recall the concept that we have covered in the previous lectures. What is frequency? Frequency is how many times our observations are repeating. Here 0 is repeating only one time, 1 is repeating only one time, 2 is repeating 3 times. So this is the frequency and this is observation. Got it? And what is the mode? Mode is the number which is repeating the most time. Here number 2 is repeating 3 times. So our answer is 2. If you refer all the frequency, 3 is the maximum frequency. And the observation corresponding to our frequency is the mode. Got it? Do not be confused here. By looking at the table, you will say 3 is the maximum number, so our mode is 3. Mode is the number which is corresponding to the maximum frequency. Here 2 is repeating 3 times. Observe the number set. Our number 2 is repeating 3 times. Not 3 is repeating 2 times. 2 is repeating 3 times. By looking at the data set, you can easily identify our answer as 2. But observing the table and decoding the number set into the table is very important. As the complexity of the question will increase, the table will be helpful. Okay? So you have to find the mode in the observation, not in the frequency. Got it? The basic understanding? Now I think your basic building block is clear. Now we can move to the next concept. So how we find the mode in the number set? We will use the formula. This is the formula of the mode, which is L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2 times F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. This is the formula. Let's understand this formula with an example. So this is the example. This is example or a question which is example number 5 of the NCERT. Let's firstly review the question or the example. A survey conducted on 20 households in a locality by a group of students, resulting in the following frequency table for the number of family members in a household. So data has been collected of 20 households in a locality by some students, and the data is related to the number of family members in a household. For example, if we talk about these two cells, 7 families are having the family size 1 to 3. It means 7 families are having the number of family members from 1 to 3. Similarly, 8 family members are having the family size from 3 to 5. 2 number of families are having the family size 5 to 7. Similarly, it will go on. Okay? A question for you, under which category your family comes? Just for understanding the question, the practicality of the question you should understand. Do not directly jump with the formula. Understand what is given in the question and why it is given, and how you can relate this question with yourself. Once you are able to easily relate, you will not do any mistake, like going with the frequency or going with the observation, mismatching the different component of the question. Those type of mistake you will not do. So understanding the question with respect to the practical approach is very, very important. Got it? So let's move further. What do you think will be the mode of this question? I know you have not done the formula. What is the formula? Just think or just try to think what can be the mode of this question. If you compare with the previous question, the previous example that we have taken regarding the cricket match, the mode is the number corresponding to the maximum frequency. Here if you observe, the maximum frequency is 8. So the mode of this table will be 3 to 5. Here the problem is that we are having the range 3 to 5. But we need the exact number. The mode it is 3, the mode it is 4, it is 3.5, 4.1, anything, the number between 3 to 5. So somehow we have to decode this range 3 to 5 into the exact number. For that we will use our formula. One more concept that you should know. The concept is called the modal class. Modal class is the class with the maximum frequency. Here our maximum frequency is 8. The observation corresponding to the maximum frequency is 3 to 5. So this observation is the modal class. Got it? The model class is important. In the previous 3 to 4 year back, the question has been asked in the board exam related to the model class. So you should know this term. It is simply the cell of the observation corresponding to the maximum frequency. We know how to find the mode. Mode is the number which is corresponding to the maximum frequency. Here we are not having the number. We are having the range or the class observation. So here the class range 3 to 5 corresponding to the maximum frequency is the model class. Got it? This is a concept and you should know it. So let's find the mode. We will use this formula. Firstly, let's understand this formula. The first component of the formula, it is L. L is the lower limit of the model class. Here our model class is 3 to 5, the lower limit is 3 and the higher limit is 5. So this 3 is the lower limit which is L. Okay. Further, the next component, it is H. H we know is the size of the class interval that we have also covered in the concept of the mean. H is the class size, and how we find the class size? Upper limit minus lower limit is the class size. Here 5 minus 3, it is 2. So we got H, that is the class size is 2. Further we are having F1, F0 and F2. Let's understand what are these three frequency. F is the frequency, but here we are having three frequency, F1, F0 and F2. Firstly, F1. F1 is the frequency of the model class. Here our model class is 3 to 5. So the frequency, that is this 8, is F1, frequency of the model class. Or we can say the maximum frequency is F1. Okay, so here this 8 is F1. Next, F0. F0 is the frequency of the class preceding the model class. And F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the model class. It means the frequency before the model class frequency is F0 and the frequency after the model class frequency is F2. Here the number 7 is F0 and the number 2 is F2. Got it? You can observe this in the sequence F0, F1 and F2. Okay, F1 is the model class frequency which is the maximum frequency. The frequency before F1 it is F0. The frequency after F1 it is F2. It is in the sequence F0, F1 and F2. So we got all the 5 component of the formula. L, it is the lower limit. H is the size of the class interval. F0, F1 and F2 are the 3 frequencies. So we know all the values. Let's put it into the formula. Let's solve it. We got the mode as 3.286. Got it? This is the answer. And 3.286 will come in this range between 3 to 5. So our understanding is correct. The mode is between 3 to 5. The observation against the maximum frequency. If your answer is exceeding 5 or lower than 3, then the answer is not correct. It should be between the range. The mode should be against the maximum frequency. So you got the basic understanding. Let's move further and let's deep dive into this concept using some of the additional questions. Let's take NCERT example number 6. This is the question. In this question, we have to find the mode of the data of example number 1. The example number 1, the previous question we have already done in the concept of the mean. And in this question, we have to find the mode of this data. This is the table. Our first step, let's understand this table. Then only we will move to the next step. The data is given regarding 30 student mathematical exam, the number of students and how much marks they got for the mathematical exam. In the first row, we are having the class interval. In the second row, we are having the number of students. For example, the 2 students got the marks between 10 to 25. 3 students got the marks between 25 to 40. Similarly, the rest of the data is given. And we have to find the mode of this data set. And also we have to compare the value of the mode with the value of the mean. And this comparison is very interesting. You will learn a lot from this comparison, believe me. Further, let's find the mode of this data. How we proceed with the mode? Mode is the observation corresponding to the maximum frequency. Here first row is our observation and the second row is the frequency. So let's identify the data with the maximum frequency, which is number 7. So 7 students got the marks between 40 to 55. So this data is model class, the observation related to the maximum frequency. And our mode is hidden somewhere in this range, that is between 40 to 55. So let's use the formula and let's try to calculate the mode. So this is the formula. Firstly, let's identify what are the various missing component. First, it is L, which is the lower limit of the range. Our range is from 40 to 55. So here lower range 40 is L. We got L as equal to 40. Further, let's find H. H is the class size, which is upper limit minus lower limit. 55 minus 40, it is 15. Next, what is F1, F0 and F2? F1 is the maximum frequency or the frequency of the model class, which is 7. Okay. And F0 is the frequency before this and F2 is the frequency after the model class frequency. So we got F0 as 3 and F2 as 6. We got all the component. Let's use the formula. So let's put the value. On solving, we got our mode as 52. This is the answer. Understand this, our range is from 40 to 55. The observation corresponding to the maximum frequency, our range is from 40 to 55 and our mode is 52, which is between 40 and 55. So our answer is correct. The mode should be between this range only. Okay. The next part of the question, which is very interesting, we have to compare the value of the mode and the mean. Basically, we have to compare mode and mean. The mean we have already calculated in the previous lectures. The mean for this question is basically 62. Mode it is 52 and the mean it is 62. Mean means the average value. The average marks of the complete 30 student it is 62. The balance point, the average, the mean it is 62. And mode it is 52 means most of the students got the marks as 52. Are you able to compare mode with the mean? In the next few moments, I will just give you the visual explanation. What is the difference between mode and mean and how you should visualize it. But for the time being, the maximum students got the marks as 52 and the average of the class is 62, which is the mean. Let's understand the concept of comparison of mean and the mode using a visual explanation. I will take an example. Suppose we are having 10 students and 10 students got these marks. Like 9 students got the marks as 40 and 1 student got the mark as 90. Just an example. So we are having total 10 students and here we will compare mode and mean. And we will try to explain what is the practical difference between mode and mean. Let's see. For that, let's take a scale from 0 to 100. We are having a number line 0 to 100 and these numbers are the marks of the student. Like some student got the marks as 40 and only one student got the mark as 90. These all are the number. And also assume that this scale does not have any weight, zero weight, just for the assumption. Firstly, let's calculate the mean. How we do so? We will add all these numbers and we will divide it with the number of students, which is 10. We got the mean as 45. Okay, so this is the point which is the mean. And what will be the mode of this number series? Mode is the number which is repeating maximum time. Here our number 40 is repeating 9 times. So the mode of this number set is 40. Mean as 45 and mode as 40. Let's understand this on the number scale. So this is the number scale. Assume that this number scale is on a balance. We are having a pivot point, the balance point, where we will balance this scale. Now it is perfectly balanced at 50, which is the midpoint. Suppose we put one block at 90. This 90 is the marks of one student which got the marks as 90, and one block is generally representing one student. One student got the mark as 90. Let's put one block at 90. Now our balance has been disturbed. The scale will move to the right hand side. Further, let's add one more block at 40. The next student got the marks as 40. So this block is representing the second student. So how we balance this scale? Let's move the balance point toward the right. So we got a point somewhere in between 40 and 90 where our scale will be balanced. Okay. Further, let's take the second student. Let's add 40 to the balance scale. Again, our balance will be disturbed. We have to slightly move our balance point to left hand side to balance the complete scale. Again, let's add one more student as 40. Again, our balance will change and we have to again shift our balance point to left. Similarly, if we keep on adding all these students at the point 40, that is the marks they got, we have to keep on moving our balance point to left hand side. Ultimately, once we add all the students, we got a point where we can balance the complete scale. This balancing point is the average. That is the mean of the complete number set. Got it? Basically, mean is the balance point. At this point, we can balance the complete scale. 9 students got the marks as 40 and 1 student got the mark as 90. Are you able to understand the practical significance of the mean? This is basically the average or the balance point of the complete number series or the observation set. And what is mode? Mode is a number which is repeating maximum time. Here number 40 is repeating 9 times. So this is the mode and this is the mean. So this is a basic difference between the mode and the mean. An interesting thing, both are not representing the actual value. The actual marks in the class is 40, 9 student and 1 as 90, and mean is showing the average as 45. Like the average of the class, the mean of the class, it is 45, which is not the true figure. And what mode is representing? Mode is representing what marks the maximum student got. And both are not the true picture, but these are generally used to denote the marks of the class. If somebody asks, we cannot tell the marks of the class is 40 or 90, 55, anything. We will tell the average of the class marks is 45. And someone say what is the mode? We will say it is 40. Okay, the central tendency of the class mark. Hope you like this concept. So that's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will cover the exercise 13.2. So students, we have done with this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If so, please like, share and subscribe. And also check out the description for various resources related to class 10, like the continuing lecture, the lectures related to other topics, and the PDF of the formula list. All this in the description, check it out. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for being with CREATA Classes. Have a great day. Bye for now.